This video has been brought to you by AI, ChatGPT, all that bullshit. Not playing, dude. My videos are raw, they're real. I don't rely on anybody fucking giving me ideas. I've used ChatGPT once, alright? I made an account, I was curious. I was like, okay, let's see how this works. And honestly, I'll give you my honest reaction. I was very impressed because of how quickly the output was. You put the input, I said, give me thumbnail ideas, like thumbnail video art ideas, and it shot out some pretty interesting stuff that I would normally not think of, stuff that I genuinely, that's not my zone of genius, like thinking of like thumbnail art and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, this is actually helpful. Why did I decide not to use AI, use ChatGPT? Why don't I use it? Because it's not authentic. I don't want to support something that is not authentic. Yeah, I could have some applications that are useful, but I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of seeing all the YouTube thumbnails that are AI generated. You could tell. You could tell. If you can't tell, look up AI generated thumbnails. Literally, just Google that, and you'll start to see a pattern of what that looks like. Some of it is cool, all right. Some of it is legitimately looks awesome, and honestly, that's not too bad. Like thumbnails, all right. But what about scripts? So video ideas. Give me a list of 10 video ideas about masculinity. Boom, it did the work for you. And the thing is, the ideas are not bad. Like, they could be actual video topics. But there's something that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, alright, if I'm gonna watch a video, I want it to be real. I want it to be a person. I want this to be the paradigm shift of authenticity versus something that's AI generated, not real. It's just algorithms and all this information being thrown at you. It's laziness. It lacks soul. It lacks heart. And a lot of people will tell me, well, you're going to be left in the dust. This is a new thing. If you're not using this, you're dumb. You're not making money. You're not using these tools to your advantage. I'll say two things. One, I do acknowledge there are applications that might be useful with this technology. Will I use it? Not likely. I don't think so. I don't care for it. Everything that I can do or outsource can be done by a human. And the things that actually matter can only be done by me. Two, it straddles the line for me of my principles and what I believe in. Because when I'm looking for something, when I want to watch a video, when I want to read something, when I want to consume content, when I want to get advice, when I want to learn, I want it to be from a person. I want it to be from your soul, from your higher self. I want it to be something that isn't just lines on a computer. If I wanted that, I would Google it. And even then, that's written by somebody, right? You can tell it has a unique flavor. Any article, yes, there's a certain format they must follow, but it is made by a person, and you could tell the pattern, the flow of their words. You can feel it's that person. There's this herbalist I follow. She is of the woods, and I really admire her a lot. I remember she used this on her Instagram once. She's like, can you tell the difference between AI herbalist and a real person herbalist? I never thought of it that way. Like these accounts that are popping up, pretending to be this authority in herbalism and foraging and plant medicine, stuff like that. Because you can Google it, or not Google it, you can ask it these things and it'll generate some pretty accurate information. Not entirely accurate, but decently accurate that someone that doesn't know wouldn't know the difference. They will take that information and run with it, even if it's false, even if it's outright wrong. And I remember she compared the AI generated Instagram post and the one she wrote. And the thing is, obviously, you could tell which one was hers because she has a very unique style of communication, of writing, and everything. But the AI was so, like, you would not know that it wasn't a person who wrote this. You wouldn't know. And that scared the shit out of me. I'm not really one to fearmonger or anything like that, but it was just, I finally understood the threat this poses. And honestly, fuck all the lazy ass people that justify it. Like, I'm not coming for your throat if you do use this, okay? But think of the long term consequences of that. And think of how that feels. For me, when I see a person, when I read a person's words, when I hear them talk, when it comes from them, it feels good. And maybe because being more spiritual and cleansing my body and all this stuff, you can sense that authenticity, right? You can sense it and it feels good. So yes, I want to fight against that. I think people crave the authentic. They crave something real. They crave soul. In this modern day, we're bombarded by things that aren't real. People selling us things all the time. Now AI adding another layer of that. We're just being bombarded constantly, and most of it is not real. Most of it is not even the person. And if it is a person, a lot of the time, especially in the online space, they are going to sell you something, and not from the best of intentions. They're using certain tactics, and I don't mind being sold to, right? In terms of like living in this type of society, we have to buy. There are things that we want and we buy. We use money, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to buy from a heart centered space, from an authentic space, from a space where I know, all right, these are the values, this is what they stand for. I stand for it too. So I want to help you, I want to support you. You are giving me value, so I want to give you value back. It's kind of that type of exchange. I don't want it from something that's fake, that's not real, that's just interested in the money, that's just interested in inputting something in the chat GPT and something super easy, not real. I don't want that. I can tell when I find someone online and maybe they don't have the million subscribers, right? Or the millions of followers, whatever it is, but it's real. I like it. It embodies something deeper than all of this technology we're surrounded by. And that's why I argue. People say, oh, you're going to be left behind the dust, you fucking boomer, whatever it is. And I just, I don't think so. I think what people really crave right now is connection, intimacy, something real, authentic. Fucking, we're tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the same shit over and over. I'm tired of the AI. I'm tired of all that. I want something real. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. So that's why I don't use AI. This was not brought to you by AI. This is brought to you by a human being who synthesized information, who used his own life lessons, his experiences, someone who goes on hikes and contemplates life, someone who has struggled and found solutions and then tried to explain it in a way so others can benefit from it. By the way, I've never introduced myself. I actually realized that very recently. So if you're on this channel, if you're watching this video, my name is Nathan. I go by Nate Rocks on YouTube. I've started this YouTube because, to put it simply, there's a vision I have for this world. There's a vision I have for men. There's a vision that I have to elevate to the masculine consciousness, to improve the masculine space, the spiritual space. This channel is for everybody, but I think it'll benefit people with masculine dominant energy the most. So there's this vision I had, and while I saw sparks of it from other people who have inspired me, I'm like, well, why not just be that change? Why not create it? If you don't see it in the world, create it. Someone has to do it. Everybody's thinking it, or a lot of people are thinking it, but what changes is the action. So this channel is a collection of all my knowledge, my life experiences. It's about masculinity, spirituality. It's about the physical body and the spiritual body. It's about alchemy. It's about Jungian psychology. So I approach all these things. And because I am human, I synthesize as much as possible. I create something new from it so others can benefit. Because I genuinely believe that's my mission right now. That's my purpose layer, to give. I have this gift, okay? I'm not trying to be egotistic. I have this gift, and I've had it for a very long time. And that's all I've known is I'm able to take massive amounts of information. I love learning. I've always been a big, big learner ever since I was a child. I was just a very curious person, and I learned very quickly. I pick it up, I integrate it, kind of like apply it in my own life, and now I'm doing my best to teach it, to share it. That's the channel. It's about being authentic. It's my authentic expression, and the hope is that this will help people. This will help men. That is my hope. There's going to be other topics. I believe that men should connect more to their body, to nature, go out and hike, learn survival skills, forage, stuff like that. Might touch upon it later, especially if a man wants to be a protector, be in service of others, be able to provide. These are important skills to have. But also the spiritual. It's really that. It's a balance. It's alchemy. It's a real collection of my life, synthesized in a way that will benefit humanity. So that's my introduction. Maybe I'll go into more of my life or myself if you're interested in hearing about that. But obviously, I wanted to be able to explain what this channel is about, what this place is about, and it's not going to be brought by AI. Fuck that shit. I'm coming for people's throats, but like it's true. Someone has to speak out on it. I know people speak out on it, but I don't think I've really seen it being spoken like this in this way. I hope this is able to help you see the other side of it, the other perspective of why to be wary of that technology, why to remain authentic and real. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, it's the most evil thing, like Terminator status, it's gonna destroy humanity. I mean, I think it's possible. Anything's possible, right? But I'm not about that fear mongering shit. It's more, nah, dude, that's not what I stand for. So why am I gonna be a hypocrite and do it? And I guess that's the struggle because I have to be honest that maybe down the line there's gonna be challenges. Maybe down the line things will change, and I'll think about maybe I should start applying this technology. Maybe I should, go back on my principles and whatnot. And that's the beauty of it, right? As humans, we are challenged. So I predict, maybe like any human would, will have these thoughts. And when I'm challenged, how will I react? And will I be able to share those experiences in a way that can help others on their voyage as well? So that's my take on that. Screw the AI. Be yourself. Don't feel like you have to use something because everyone is saying, "Oh, if you don't use it, you're behind. You're gonna get destroyed." Nah, dude. And that's another thing. I'm doing my best to pave a new way for others. I'm doing my best to show the other side of things. I have some pretty big plans in the future. But first, I want to show that it is possible. I don't have the proof yet. It exists out there. It exists in here. But I want to give you the undeniable proof like, look, this is what I did. This is what happened. This is how to do it. Now let's create a new path, a different way. Let's fight against the bullshit ways of the past and start this new paradigm. Thank you for watching. I apologize if the audio is not as good as usual. I forgot my usual mic and I had to use my backup mic that was in my backpack, thankfully. Hopefully, this sounds decent. If it doesn't, I apologize because this message is super important. And if you watched through the whole thing, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video, man. Peace out.